since renamed Tobacco Control and Health Promotion Alliance. Today we are having this function here to mark the World No Tobacco Day of 2023, whereby young fellows have come to use their artistic skills to participate in passing the message and even internalizing, because we gave them time to go and compose items that they have now presented. Some have come with songs, others have come with scripts. There are those who have come with poems. And these things, as they go through them, as they compose, they think through them, they are internalizing them. And then they are passing the message to others. We have had so many in attendance, including our scouts, school-going fellows, others in college. And we are happy that this message is being spread in that manner. Because many a time we have done things without involving young people, something that doesn't really pay, because they normally say, if we are not involved, then there is nothing in it for us. That is not theirs. They have nothing to do with it, anything that they are not involved in. So by involving them like this, then they own the message, they own the decisions that they make, and they become our ambassadors. That's why we are here this day at the Cultural Center, and the performances have been good, the winners have been awarded. Although all of them have just been winners, we've just tried to find what you can say maybe the top three to give them something, and then others have also not gone away empty-handed. So we are saying that young people should be involved in all ways, even in schools. Those drama items, music items, whatever they do, even in other subjects, they can get questions about this. And therefore, we are taking it very seriously. This year we are talking about we need food and not tobacco. And indeed, when you look around, Kenyans now are talking about food. I've not heard anybody complaining about tobacco, that we have insufficient tobacco, because that is something that kills. It is something that is ever there in plenty. Even during the corona time, when every business went down, it's only the tobacco industry that registered abnormal profits, because it is a bad thing that has a grip on the people. Its demand is highly inelastic, and that's why we are saying that the government must also be sensitive and stop levying heavy taxes on goods that people use, on essential commodities such as fuel and power, and instead tax heavily tobacco, nicotine products, and alcoholic beverages. What we are seeing now is ironical, is hypocritical, given that even the government itself is led by people who say they are highly spiritual, people who are Christians. So how it can look favorably on tobacco products and alcohol and the tax heavy goods that are helping the common person, we wonder, because these are ready things to give us revenue, because their demand is highly inelastic. Whichever price you put on them, the consumers will continue to consume them. But somehow also it will be a way of ensuring that young people don't go into them, those who don't have money, those who are not yet hooked, will try to avoid them because of the high prices, the taxes that will be there. So we are asking the government to look for money in the right manner, and there are areas where there is ready money. This money can be found in cigarettes, it can be found in alcoholic beverages, it can be found in nicotine products that we have, and other sugar coated, or those other items that use sugar, because sugar is also another thing that we should be avoiding. People are even crying over the prices of sugar and what have you. I don't, because sugar is another thing that we should be avoiding. When we talk about essential commodities in this country, let us learn to tell our people that sugar is not one of them. So sugar can be put together even with tobacco and alcohol. Those are things that are bringing problems to our health. And as we talk about tobacco-free farms, which has been a theme even as our young ones have been presenting. Because when we talk about grow tobacco and grow food and not tobacco, when we say we need food and not tobacco, you see, then we are trying to also tell the country that everyone should sing the same song. When you go home in the evening after doing ABCD, there are those people who will go home stinking cigarettes because they have been smoking, and yet they have nothing in their pockets for the family. They have no food. Somebody, because you got on 50 shillings and you are an addict, then you are only able to buy cigarettes. But you are going into a family that has no food. And when the children cry, they are crying for food. They are not crying for tobacco. You will not give your children tobacco. Even those who smoke, sometimes are gluttons. They want to eat too much after smoking, and yet they don't produce anything. You see? So we want food. We are in need of food and not tobacco. Let us grow food crops on our farms. And just maybe to amplify that, tobacco growing areas are the most wanting areas. They are the most backward. People are very broke in those areas. Because we say tobacco is associated with disease, disability, death, and the poverty. So fellows are impoverished. Go to Migori and see the people we are talking about. Go to Bungoma, visit those fellows. You see how they are macheted and staying in very funny houses. Their health is bad. Their children don't go to school. And even when they do, they don't perform well because they spend a lot of time helping parents on the farms, and they also spend a lot of time in hospitals. They are normally sick, and then they don't think straight because they have been affected by tobacco. You know, when tobacco enters a young person, that nicotine, it affects the brain development. So those kind of things make those children mentally retarded. When parents smoke or use tobacco products, children, even those unborn, get affected. So let us say no to tobacco in all its forms, and we insist that what the country requires is food. In Migori, we have got tobacco-free farms. Farmers are now growing nyota beans that are high in iron. Very good. And these beans are now transforming lives because people are able to get money into their pockets, and the families are able to get food. So they are becoming healthier and wealthier. And this is what we want, because a healthy people will be a wealthy people. They will have time to work. They will also even develop in other areas. Children will go to school, they will perform well. Fellows will be happy, because when you have money and you are not sick, then you are a happy person. That is what we are saying, that we must continually insist that what we need is food and not tobacco, and that our farmers should grow food and not tobacco.